the Raptors come back home and take care of business against the Atlanta Hawks, winning 130 to 114 in this basketball game. And there were two, I guess you could say three, big storylines in this game. The first one was the video tribute they did before the game for Kobe. Again, we already talked about that in the last video. Great tribute by the Raptors. And, you know, we're not going to talk about that again because I don't want to start getting emotional again. And if you guys want to look back at what I said in the last video, go check it out back on the channel. Now, Kyle Lowry going into the basketball game today, I think he set like 9 assists away from Jose Calderon for first all-time in assists for Toronto Raptor. And he hits it. Lowry gets 11 assists in this game. He gets it in the fourth quarter, and Kyle Lowry gets it done as he has the most assists in Raptors franchise history, 3,772 to be exact. And what a job by Lowry. What a career he has had. He is far from done, clearly. But an incredible number for Lowry. Well-deserved. And a great game once again for Kyle Lowry. A great job. But again, and the third storyline was about midway through this basketball game, sometime in that third quarter, Marc Gasol leaves the game. Hamstring. Why did he miss 12 games not too long ago? Hamstring. Same thing. It's not what you want to see. For the Raptor fans that watch basketball, know basketball, you know how big Marc Gasol is for this team. So to see him get injured with the same injuries before, it is not very pretty. Hopefully it's not as bad. Hopefully, I mean, he wasn't limping off the court, but again, didn't look very pretty. Clearly went right to the locker room with Alex McKechnie. So I don't know what the heck the deal is with Gasol. We're all going to hear very soon, I guess, what's going on there. But OG Anunoby left the game. Looks like it was a shoulder thing. So, and obviously Rondae Hollis-Jefferson and Pat McCaw are already out. So, holy smokes, injuries are coming back for us, I guess. But let's talk about this game, guys. And right from the get-go, right from the beginning, the Raptors were all over the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm sorry, I don't know about you guys, but that Freddie VanVleet-Trae Young matchup was quite entertaining to watch, actually. Because not only were the referees horrendous in many different ways, Fred VanVleet didn't let it get to him. Just went out there and did his thing. And it was really fun to watch. In the first quarter, Raptors plus 10, 33-23. A big-time first quarter for the Raptors. Great job. And you're up by 10 after one quarter. Second quarter, offense guns a-blazing for both teams. 35-33 Raptors. You still win the quarter by 2. So you were up by 12 at the end of halftime. Or at the half. And you go into the third quarter, as we always talk about with this Raptor team, kind of stay close by halftime and then come out with that big punch in the third quarter. Well, they were already up big at the half, so all they needed to do was keep it going, and they did just that, winning the third quarter 29-27. You're up by 14 after 3 quarters of play, and look, for the most part of that fourth quarter, Raptors were up by 20 plus. All right, they did bring it back to 16 when it got to garbage time, but overall, the Raptors won by more than 20 in my eyes. Statistically, 33-31 there in the fourth quarter. Final score, 130-114. Toronto Raptors win their 8th straight basketball game. 33-14 are the Toronto Raptors. 9-1 in their last 10 games. They are feeling real good right now. And especially the way the crazy road trips are going right now for this team, they're finding ways to win still. And it's really, really remarkable to watch. Obviously, the teams you're playing maybe aren't the greatest teams out there, but they're going out there and they're doing a job every single night. And that's what we're loving to watch. Now, statistically, well, let's take a look here. All right, 50% from the field for the Raptors, very, very nice. I think it was 49-50 in there somewhere. 30% from 3, 13 for 43, not very pretty there, but you held them to only 26% from 3, so a good job there. And from the free throw line, 21 for 27, 78% from the free throw line. Not terrible, but again, not the greatest. 52 boards to their 44, great job. 10 offensive rebounds apiece. And 26 assists for the Raptors, 28 for the Atlanta Hawks. Both teams had 10 steals. We had 6 blocks to their 2 turnovers. Raptors only had 12 turnovers, so they couldn't have for the third straight game single digits in turnovers. But still, 12 turnovers is not a big number, so really good job there. And they turned the ball over 18 times, leading to over 30 points. Let me see if I can find that here. 30 points. 30-13 was the points off a turnover. So a big job of the Raptors. Whenever they made a mistake, Raptors ran it right down their throat and did a great job going right at them. Really, really, really pleased with the way this team played in that aspect. Second chance points, 10-10. Well, you won. The offensive boards were 10-10, so there you go. And in the fast break, 25-20 in favor of the Toronto Raptors. Look, overall, the team dominated. They played a really good basketball game. You had all different kinds of players pitching in to have things go the way they did tonight. Pascal Siakam, look, he only shot 8 of 20 from the field and 2 of 8 from 3. But honestly, watching him play, I thought he shot a lot better than that. I don't know if you guys felt the same way. He looks more confident out there, and he looks like he's in attack mode more often. He ended up with 24 points, 9 rebounds, a couple of assists, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, 1 block in the game, and he was +6 while he was on the floor. Couple of really good plays from Pascal. One was the blow-by dunk. That was a real nice one from Pascal. And, of course, the nifty little spin move. And Pascal, man, he's got them nimble feet on the inside. Get some guy on the post. You don't do that, because he spins right by him in for the layup. It was a couple of really nice plays from Pascal Siakam today. And OG Anunoby, 4 points, 6 boards, 3 assists on 1 of 3 shooting. Missed both threes he took. Had a steal and 3 blocks, +14 when he was on the floor. But like I said, left the game very late in this one, of course. He probably would have been taken out anyways. But he left the game with that shoulder injury. I'm not really sure what's going on there. We'll have to figure it out as the days roll on here. And as for Marc Gasol, he only played the 16 minutes, but he had 10 points, a rebound, and assists on 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3, 2 blocks in the game, +7 when he was on the floor. Gasol was awesome when he was out there. Now we all hope and pray that it's not a big issue for Marc Gasol right now. So I really, really hope that that it's not too bad. It's a little bit of a tweak, and he'll be fine to go on. What is that, Thursday, or when do they play next? Thursday in Cleveland. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But again, we're hoping and praying for Marc Gasol that it's not too bad. Lowry, like we talked about, broke the record of Jose Calderon, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 of 8 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 5 from 3, had a steal in the ball game. What is that? A +32 for Kyle Lowry. Holy smokes, a big night for him in the plus-minus category. Fred VanVleet, 19 points, a rebound, and 3 assists, 8 of 16 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3. Great job by Freddie today. Had a steal in the ball game, +6 while he was on the floor. Again, once again, everyone's contributing, and it's exactly what you want to watch and see. Serge Ibaka off the bench. Boy, oh boy, did this guy give a lift. I mean, my goodness, Ibaka, especially with Gasol going out, you had to start feeding minutes to Ibaka, and he played 27, 24 and 10 for Serge. I mean, also, where is he here? He shot 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from 3. Had a couple steals in the game, +17 for Serge Ibaka. Big night for Mafuzi Chef. And coming off the bench, dropping a double-double, 24 and 10. Yes, please. Now, Norman Powell, we talked about in the last video. The last couple of games, Powell seems to be maybe forcing a little bit too much, and teams are paying more attention to him. 6 points, couple boards today on 2 of 9 shooting. Guys, was 0 of 2 from 3. He had 4 steals in the ball game. Was a +6 when he was on the floor, but really struggled today offensively. And for Terrence Davis, like we talked about many times about TD2, he's going to have some not-so-great games, but he's going to have some really good ones. And today was an example of a really good basketball game from Terrence Davis the second. 23 minutes for him, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and assists on 5 of 9 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from 3, and a great job, +6 when he was on the floor. And Chris Boucher, look, if Marc Gasol's out for a little bit, you're going to need Boucher to come in and fill a void. And he came in 13 minutes. He had 9 points, 5 boards, and an assist on 4 of 8 shooting. Missed all 3 threes he took, but he had the 1 free throw and had a steal in the ball game, +2 while he was on the floor. So overall, a dominant performance for the Toronto Raptors. They go out there and they do a job. You're on your home floor and you do a job. Now, the Boston Celtics, they're up by 8 right now against the Miami Heat in Miami with only 20 seconds to go, so that game is pretty much over. So with the Miami Heat loss and the Raptors win today, the Raptors now have sole possession of second place in the Eastern Conference at 33-14. This team, I don't know what the heck. Coming into the year, we knew they were going to be a playoff team. We heard a lot of people saying 4-5 seed. Well, it seems like this team is very capable of taking that number 2 seed, especially with the schedule they have down the stretch, which isn't very, challenging, I guess. There are some good teams in there, but overall not a very challenging schedule. So you have a really big opportunity here to run away with the second seed. So you just have to go out there and take care of business against the teams that you should beat. And they're doing that. So a really good job by the Raptors. Thank you, Boston Celtics, for doing that for the Miami Heat to have allow the Raptors to have sole possession. Now, turning our focus to the next game for the Raps is on Thursday, as I said, in Cleveland. It's a 7 o'clock tip-off there as Raptors look for win number 9 in a row. And then there's a second night of a back-to-back as they head to Detroit to take on the Pistons there at 7 o'clock on Friday. So you got a back-to-back coming up here. Again, not the greatest opponents on the back-to-back. So you want to go out there, you want to do a job. Ideally, as we've seen in back-to-backs before, what you want to see is on that first one, on the Thursday in Cleveland, you want to beat them down good so that in that fourth quarter, you can rest your guys pretty much like today. Because guys like Pascal Siakam, 27 minutes of work. Lowry played 33 because they were trying to get him those last few assists. You know, Freddie didn't even play 30 minutes. Ibaka played 27. Nobody played more than 30 except for Lowry. It's exactly what you want to see, and especially on the front night of a back-to-back, that's what you want to see on Thursday in Cleveland. In the end, you just want to see a win, but if you want to see it all perfectly go in order, that's the way you want it to play out, is on Thursday in Cleveland, take care of business. Do a job. You know, the Cleveland Cavaliers are not a very good basketball team this year. They're 13-35, a team you should beat. No doubt about it. I think without Gasol, it doesn't matter. You should beat them. All right, so we're going into that basketball game looking for win number 9 in a row for the Toronto Raptors. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed this game and you've loved Lowry all these years and are so happy that he is now the assist leader in franchise history, DeMar leads in points and Lowry leads in assists. It's just fitting that way, and it's so great to see. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video. Who's your MVP in today's basketball game? Would you give it to Lowry because of the whole record thing or whatnot, or would you give it to somebody else? Would you give it to Pascal? Would you give it to Serge coming off the bench? Let me know in the comments below, guys, who is your MVP in this basketball game, all right? Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Patreon link is down below. If you're interested in signing up for that, the link is down below. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow as they're in Dallas taking on the Stars. As the Leafs look for back-to-back wins coming out of the All-Star break. It's exactly what you want to see. 7:30 puck drop there in Dallas. Anderson, Bishop are the expected goaltenders in that game tomorrow night. And as for the Raps, as we've talked about, their next contest is in Cleveland, Ohio on Thursday night, 7 o'clock tip-off there. Raptors looking for win number 9 in a row and win number 34 on the season. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.